Hey there, long time no see and welcome to a brand new series I'd like to call Inside. So there are a lot of aspects around gaming which I find generally quite interesting or fascinating, and I'd love to know more about them. So that's what Inside is. A closer look at one specific topic per video. Today we're going to be looking at console subscription services. Now, the way that I got into online games was via the PlayStation 3, one of the first consoles I used, which had an easy overview of setting up your network connection, connecting you to multiplayer and allowing you to play online. However, its follow-up, the PlayStation 4, now requires a paid subscription to PlayStation Plus in order for you to go online. Well, why is that? And what exactly do these services like PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live and Nintendo Online do? Well, let's find out. To begin, we're going to rewind time back to 2002. When Microsoft released their very first gaming console, the original Xbox. The Xbox was actually the very first console that was built more like a computer, because unlike others at the time which were using memory cards, the Xbox actually had a built-in hard drive as well as an Ethernet port, which, as you may have guessed, was used to create the very first successful online gaming platform, Xbox Live. For $50 a year, you'd be able to create a gamer tag, a list of your friends, and maybe most important of all, play games online. Now, I was only 5 years old at the time that this came out, so I've never owned one of these things originally, and sadly, the service is no longer being supported today. However, it was very ahead of its time, with Nintendo and PlayStation only introducing a similar service in 2005 and 2006. Over the years, these services haven't changed much. They all provide you with a profile across all the games you play, a store to buy content online, and a list of your friends and some way to chat or message with them. Oh, and playing online multiplayer games, of course. If you're familiar with playing games on your computer, it's like your Steam, Epic Games, or whatever launcher you prefer, but then on a console. So then, why do you now have to pay on every single console for these services, and not on PC? The answer to that is exclusivity. So on your computer, you're free to choose whichever launcher you'd like to use, and some games can even be downloaded via their own website. On a console though, you can only exclusively use the software and store that the system was provided with. So if they want you to pay for going online, you either pay up or you cannot go online. Now, to be fair, the PlayStation 3 can still be played online without having access to PlayStation Plus. And only last year did Nintendo adopt the required subscription model for their Nintendo Switch. But let's switch to the perspective of these companies. Both PlayStation and Nintendo have run a paid subscription service alongside allowing free online multiplayer in the past. In the case of PlayStation, this brought them 2.5 million paying subscribers to PlayStation Plus in 2013. A number which Xbox Live achieved 8 years earlier with their original Xbox, in a time when online gaming wasn't a very common thing. Then the PlayStation 4 launches, and the PlayStation Plus numbers go up to 10 million, 20 million, 26 million, 34 million, and now 36 million in 2019. Long story short, even if you may not particularly like it, this model makes a lot of sense for console companies to use. But there's also a benefit for us, the consumer. Because of paid subscriptions, PlayStation expects to earn around $700 from each PlayStation after it has been sold, just for people buying digital services. This means that it now becomes in PlayStation's best interest for you to own one of their consoles, most likely at a way cheaper price, as their profits no longer depend on just people buying their hardware, but even more so from people using their software. So in conclusion, paid subscriptions will most likely not go away. However, we can see significantly cheaper consoles, which is a great thing if all you do is playing local single-player games. However, if you do intend to go online, at least every service offers a few free games every month, which is pretty neat, as long as the service continues to be supported, of course. But that's a topic for another time. Thank you so much for watching the very first Inside, and I'll see you around.